What's up? Smokey Crab back again. So right now I'm on the account Metal Crab. I'm doing today's video very differently than I usually would. I just noticed in the past couple of days my my powder's not increasing, but because of that, I'm not getting any stones. Really, my stones are very bad. I'm just not pulling that much. I'm like, is there a glitch? I'm not sure if there is or not, or I'm just getting terrible luck across all my accounts, which is a wild statement to say, considering considering I have 13 accounts. Okay, I did not do any bases here on this account. It's only resource bases, so I don't have anything to show y'all here. Yeah. So I'm not getting hardly any stones whatsoever. We'll go ahead and show y'all what I mean by that in a moment. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if y'all are also having very, very low powered stone quantities. Like if you're getting like maybe 1 to 4 fragments, like 90% of the time, you're getting maybe one what is it called? Shard? Like one shard every 1 in every 10, and then you're getting a crystal like 1 in every like 15, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, maybe I'm just getting bad luck, but I'm not really sure. Okay, so go here. This is from yesterday. So no stones. I got 1 fragment. 1 fragment. Dr. T, 1 fragment. 1 shard. 4 fragments. 1 fragment, 1 shard. Failed there, and then 2 fragments. That is on Smokey 10. So already not very good. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if y'all are on X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but the community manager, he's on Twitter. His ad is at Nuno, NUNOFTSOUSA. I don't know if we have enough people saying there's actually a problem with the stones right now, because there may be a glitch. I'm not saying there is, or I'm saying it's looking that way for me personally, but I'm not gonna go out and say it's actually a glitch, because we need a bigger sample size before we can conclude that. Pretty much. I'm just gonna have a look into here as well. This is who? Smokey 9. Okay. So 2 fragments. Nothing. 1 fragment, 1 shard. 1 fragment, 1 fragment. Okay, that's all my players for that day, right? Okay. Then from Imitation. Did I say Dr. T earlier? I'm so confused. Maybe it was. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So 2 fragments here. Imitation game. These next 5. 1 fragment. Nothing. 3 fragments. So he's supposed to pull decently and all that. Oh, before we go any further, let's go over the what do you call it? Go over the where is it? The percentages. Okay. When a base is destroyed, there's a 25% that the headquarters will yield a power stone, and 2% for every other building. Okay. Right. So, and if a building does have a stone, 85% chance it'll be a fragment, 12% chance it'll be a shard, and then 3% it'll be a crystal. I'm not going into the math of all that, like convoluted math, like how many, but that's pretty much, you can find this on, if you go to Google, type in Power Stone Chance Boom Beach, and click on the first wiki link, you can find this information as well. I just kind of let y'all know, the, ons of that, and then what Power Stone chance, it kind of multiplies that by percent of what you have, blah 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 blah. You'll get it. Alrighty, so Smokey 8, let's see what I got. I got 3 fragments, 1 fragment, 3 fragments, 3 fragments, nothing, 1 fragment. I failed there. 1 shard, 1 fragment. Oop. 3 fragments, 2 fragments, and that was the day. So yeah. Alright, let's go up to Smokey 7. But y'all can see what I mean. It's just not, I'm not just saying it to say it. It's tending to be a problem for me because I cannot afford powder on my big accounts like Smokey 4 and 5. I'm using 1 to 3 powder a day, and I'm not making a profit. If I'm not making a profit when I'm using 1 to 3 powder, if I'm not making a powder profit, boosting 1 to 3, there's an issue out there that needs to be addressed, or either I'm just getting really bad luck on all the accounts, which is, when you, the odds of that goes, there's not very good odds of that happening on 13 accounts, right? Like 1, okay, that's probably bad luck. 13, I got a 13 sample size, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay, so here's Dr. T. 2 fragments. 1 fragment, 1 shard. 1 fragment, 1 shard. 1 fragment, 1 shard. I did those over again? No. Okay, maybe I didn't. And then stage 5 was 2 fragments. Player bases. Nothing. 1 fragment. 1 fragment. Okay. Like I said, please, please, please reach out across the socials. Get into Supercell, talk to Supercell, the community manager, just get the word out. I don't know if y'all watching other YouTube videos of Meech. Don't necessarily say, oh my gosh, here's an issue, y'all messed the game up. I can't quite say that. Just let them know what I'm seeing on my end. And then also, if y'all had the same issue, go ahead and, of course, say that you're having the same issue where you're just getting really, really terrible odds. Because it's never been this bad. Of course, I understand the game's built, powder's rare and all that, but it shouldn't be, this rare to get. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, here's the number, Tropical Stage 2. So, Dr. T. Got 1 fragment. 1 fragment, 1 shard. 1 fragment. 2 fragments. 1 fragment. 1 fragment. 1 fragment. 1 fragment, 1 shard. 2 fragments, 1 fragment, 1 shard. Okay, that was number 6. Now, when we get to 5, this is where it gets to the deep end where I cannot afford to do operations, quite honestly. I don't know how I'm going to afford it. Honestly, might just throw that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I have all this ice, but I'm using this before I get the HQ 27 so I can use my put all my ice towards the armor engravement. So yeah, that's why I'm holding on to that. Almost have enough for a life crystal or life masterpiece to break down, but other than that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Just put down some reds. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, and of course, the higher HQ you have, or the higher HQ you attack, the better odds you have because they have more buildings, so you get, I just went to the percentages earlier, the 2%, the 3%, blah, 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 blah. So it just truncates, so you just keep going and going and going. Alright, so here's stage number 4 because it just kind of looped around, I think you only had 10 on the screen at a time, or 11, whatever it is. So we're starting on stage 4. Dr. T. So we have 3 fragments. 1 shard, 4 fragments, pretty good, considering the past, whatever it's been 50, other times. What was that? Okay, it was 5, and then 6, 4 fragments, and then finally, on any account, well, never mind, no, scratch that, scratch what I just said. I got a, 4 fragments and a crystal. The thing is, on stage 6 and 7 of Dr. T, either one or either of the 3, how many are there? I don't know, 2 or 3 Dr. T's. you will always get a crystal on stage 6 and 7. You will always get at least one. Everything over 1 is what you actually earn. So this doesn't count. So this one I got 3 fragments. I'm not counting the crystal because it just doesn't do anything for me. Because it's guaranteed. So it's not I'm earning. Makes sense. Okay. So yeah, here starting player bases. We got 1 fragment. We got nothing. We got 1 fragment. We got nothing. We got 1 fragment. And we got 2 fragments. Okay. Now with that in mind, how am I going to afford to do operations, and how am I going to get my powder back up to 100 plus? Don't let me know, because it's not happening. It is not going to happen anytime soon. Alright. Now let's hop over to Smokey 4. See what's up here. I got 15 powder. Okay. Like I said again, saving the eyes for the engravement. But I can go ahead and put these down just because I was able to cycle these through. I don't know, from the getting the DP chest every 5 medals. Honestly, the only way to like guarantee you're getting your stuff up. Okay, we got 1 fragment. We got nothing. We got 2 fragments, 1 shard. That's Hamza. Okay, let's go up here. 2 fragments. 1 fragment, nothing, 1 fragment, 1 crystal. This is the first real life, quote unquote, real life crystal that's not guaranteed. Okay, we got 2 fragments. We got 1 fragment. We got 1 fragment, 1 shard. Okay. So far, who was I on? 4. Okay. So far, we only had 1 real life crystal spawn, I think. Was it 1? Maybe 2? I don't know. What I mean by real life, it's not from Dr. T, guaranteed 6 and 7 stage 6 and 7. Here is Smokey 3. We got 1 fragment. We got 4 fragments, pretty good considering the bast. 1 crystal. This is our second real life crystal, and this is on a what do you call it, a NPC base, which is strange considering it has a lot less buildings than a PvP. But I got a crystal, question mark. Okay, sure thing, buddy. I got 1 shard. I've got 1 fragment, 1 shard, 2 fragments, 1 fragment. This is our third real life crystal. So I got 3 shards. No, 3 fragments and then 1 crystal. And we got 2 fragments. So we're up to 3 real life crystals at the moment. Let's go ahead and check here. I got 120 over here. I'm not really worried about it. But of course, I need to either be breaking even or making a profit on my powder. So yeah, let's go ahead and check how I did today. We got 1 fragment. We got 3 fragments. We got nothing. We got 2 fragments, 1 shard. We got 1 crystal, so our 4th real life. We got 2 fragments. We got 1 fragment. 1 fragment, 1 shard. Nothing. And 1 shard. Not very good. Okay, 2. Oh, no, 1. What am I on? Okay, Smokey 1. Here, 66. I need to start getting it up. I'm slacking. I need to get up to 100 plus. That's my range I need to stay at. I've been holding all these accounts at 100 plus. The variation between like 98 and 120, but it never dipped below. I'm breaking even, so it doesn't really matter in a sense for me. I don't know. So yeah, I got 4 fragments. I got 4 fragments, 1 shard. This is probably the best start I've seen in a while, considering the past. Got nothing there. Okay. I got 2 fragments, 1 crystal, or 5th real life. I've got 3 fragments. Got 3 fragments. Got 1 fragment. 3 fragments. 3. And nothing. Oh, okay. This is probably the best account at the moment. It's strange. It's been getting the most 3s, but also some of them been getting more shards, so I don't really know how that works out. I wasn't really calculating on it. I'm just kind of looking at, like, eyeballing it. We got Ike, and then we got Mega Smokey, and we'll close out the video. I'm just kind of, I don't know. Alright, so we got 1 fragment, 4 fragments, 3 fragments, 1 fragment, 1 shard, nothing, 1 fragment, nothing, jawbreaker, okay, yeah. We got 1 shard, 2 fragments, 3 fragments, 1 crystal, our 6th real life crystal. And keep in mind, I have 13 accounts, so that's right. Like I said, I don't know the math exactly. I'm not gonna. It's like 2.1. I'm averaging 2.1 crystals every other. You know what I'm trying to say. We divide the crystals by the amount of. Okay. I got 1 fragment. Got 2 fragments. Resource base doesn't count. 2 fragments. 1 fragment. Nothing. 1 fragment. 2 fragments. 1 shard. 2 fragments. And close out with a resource base for nothing, since they can't drop power stones at all. So yeah, that's today's video. Just please let me know in the comments if y'all have the same issue. Because the more people that can honestly say, just don't make it up. Like, if you genuinely are having the same odds like I am, like charge on top of charge on top of charge. No, I mean fragments on top of fragments and just constant fragments. Just please let me know. Yeah, I just had to come out on this. I just had to make a video on this. I just had to get the information out. Because I asked over in the Facebook group, the BBTFRG, like, anybody else having problems? People are saying yeah. One person said yeah, but nobody else really responded. So I'm like, okay, I got something I can work with. I got 13 accounts. He's got 1. I mean, But yeah, it's a bit weird. See, I'm wondering if around the HG27 or something, some update they did. I'm wondering, not saying, I'm wondering if some code got mixed up, where the the percent I was reading off got scrambled or something, or inverted, or whatever it did to make it harder to get your powder up. But yeah, that calls it for today's video. As always, I'll see y'all next time, and hope we get this issue resolved. If it's an issue, or either I just get extreme luck. Yeah, I don't know. So, that being said, I'm Smokey, and I'll be catching y'all later. Alright.